Okay, so I'm in the book of Zachariah, chapter 5, and it's talking about a nuclear exchange and ICBMs going across the air. And then I turned and lifted my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. What seest thou? I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. And then it goes on. I want you to read down. And then it talks about how it sorry, hit the horn on the thing here. It talks about how it's got an ephah, a measurement inside it that's filled with wickedness and sealed with lead. So it's a flying scroll, and he's talking about a scroll. He's talking about a scroll, a Jewish prayer, a container for a prayer scroll. So this is what the inside of an ICBM. So an ephah is about 6 quarts, and it would be sealed with lead to protect the soldiers that are working on it. And it talks about how this curse shall go over the whole of the earth. So I want you to do a search, Jewish prayer holders, and then it'll come up. And then go on the images. So if you're, a couple thousand years ago, and you see this thing going through the air with feathering coming off of it, the nearest thing you have as a context is the scroll holders. So they would have these, they would put the Word of God in these metallic holders. And nuclear bombs, especially ICBMs, look like that going through the air. And the business end being the last little bit after all the boosters have gone, is the size of the flying roll. Pretty much, it's kind of like the standard. They're all the same size, pretty much. And then inside of them are the different ICBMs, and they have the measurements of an ephah. So it's talking about a curse going over the whole of the earth and how it's filled with wickedness. Well, another name for wickedness is fire. So Zachariah is talking about a nuclear exchange over the whole of the earth, meaning we're shooting at them, they're shooting at us. Russia, China, Iran, Israel, the US, the UK. And that's going to cause a lot of the people that die in the Great Tribulation when we lose, most of the population. And so there's also a verse in Ezekiel where it talks about how at the northernmost part of Israel, that the enemies of Israel come in, and just as they cross the border, they're struck with something that causes boils and causes them to die standing up, and it's a nuclear bomb. So anyway, check it out. Thank you. I'm out.